Guys, welcome to T.T.V's Vampire Lestat special one night only live in concert edition. Listen, we haven't talked about Lestat for an entire month, and if you're like us, we've been fiending for more content. So I am here with my fellow biggest fans to celebrate and review the written musical work of Daniel Hart come to life through the vocal cords of Sam Reed. So first, let me introduce you to the band. On bass, it's the face you got to have. It's David. And on lead guitar is the hunter of the dark forest, a man bound by 6 strings to this world and wielding his axe of justice. It's Brian. And she may be sitting behind the kit, but her heart is on her sleeve. The eternal optimist who never misses a beat. Give it up for Christy. And I may be your front man, but my pronouns are she and her. I don't care what you call me as long as you call me for dinner, baby. Let's rock. Well, welcome, my little lovelies. And, you know, here's the thing. We got to have a concert in the middle of August in the air conditioning of our home. I know every single one of us would have loved to have been at this event, but it was... Well, how did they do it? It was like sales and then lottery from that sales. How did it go, Christine?
It was free. Okay. What they did was they started off ticket lottery. And as they worked through it, you would get announcements saying whether you could get it or not. And people had to scramble then to get flights because, of course, the unwell, of Lestat's fans are all over the world. And I had heard rumor that there was somebody who found out they got tickets and immediately had to book a flight from Australia to come to New York.
Oh, yeah, that's a long flight.
Just for that. That's a lot of money short term. So it was filled with like publicity people, like newspapers and magazines, but also some different podcasters and whatnots and media. And then it was just a bunch of people who lucked out.
And rumor on the street is they told Sam Reed it was just going to be a couple of songs.
It was just a couple of songs.
Yeah, but he probably thought it was like 2 songs at first, maybe. Who knows?
Can I interject and say,
please do.
Can we go back to the introductions and say, Jamie?
Yes.
If you're going to be the front person, can you at least be the queen of the damned podcast?
Yes, in fact, I can. Thank you. I accept this noble. She
is the queen of our damn podcast.
Exactly. That's the joke.
But it's not the queen of the damn. It's the queen of our damn.
And I have to say, bassist is just about the perfect assignment.
You're lucky you even got a name.
I secretly
being a bassist.
So.
Unintentionally not dirty, but sounding dirty musical thing. David, just stay on the route.
Yes. This is why we're here. These are the jokes, folks. This is it. So, okay, big lottery luck.
Big lottery luck. Now, I did not specifically see in any of the painting shots any of the actual other actors from the show. Did you guys spot anybody?
I haven't
stills.
No. I've seen in like photographs. Yeah, in photographs I have.
All there.
In the crowd.
Yep. Delaney, like Louis Lestat, Daniel was there. Oh, obviously Lestat was there.
And I thought for sure when he did Big Boss that you'd see Armand, but they didn't do it.
Nope, they did not cut to any of that. So that was
maybe they didn't want to give up any plot points.
Yeah,
for future episodes.
Oh no, just showing them in the crowd of like supporting Sam and doing his show.
Yeah,
right?
I had seen photographs of it. I gotta say, we've talked about it a little bit on the podcast while covering the series, but I'm still just endlessly impressed with the promotion of this season. Just the tones that they switched, they changed to move into something that's so different. It's like familiar family, but in a completely different environment. And I mean, like
And to
it's
have
like a
that
red
work,
carpet,
could,
but way cooler. just
because it could,
just way cooler.
yeah, it could have gone the other way. It could have been very like bad. You know, it could have the whole promotion
Been
and the
cringy,
whole
yeah.
transition could have become cringy instead of
Well,
cool.
okay,
Mhm.
so me personally, this was if I had seen this when these people saw it in April, is when this wasn't it the end of April? Prior
June,
to
it was June.
Oh, was it June? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Mhm.
If maybe it was April when they announced
Well,
it.
you did see
The
a good
lottery.
portion of it. There, a lot of it was out there on YouTube and stuff.
Yes, but but when did we see that? We saw that before the show dropped, before the
Right.
premiere.
Yes, June
Okay.
2nd, by the way.
And
They
I
had
think
seen
that-
the promotion, the
and
premiere.
Yes. I think if I had just gone there and seen that show and watched those songs, it would have got me super hyped, super pumped,
So
because you'd go
much.
like, okay, they know what they're doing. And I mean, I always trust the show because they haven't really let me down. I just blindly trust because I just do. They've earned it. And so I would have felt good at this. However, seeing it in reverse, watching the season and seeing the concert clips we got there versus what we got in this recording, it's different. It's different. It's more Sam, less
Yeah.
Lestat. And I wish because everything that was said, there was not very much banter. I wanted more talking in between. And all he said, it was nothing new. It was just things that were from scripts, right? It was things we'd already
Yep.
heard. And I wish there would have been more banter with the audience playing around. And therefore him looking like he was having more fun. But I think it's because he's not a professional singer.
Yeah, there's
And-
something to that, Christy, because I felt like the band, they should have made the band more dynamic. They weren't interacting with him. They were basically just standing still and playing.
Right. Yes.
And it was like for a professional singer, they can get out there. You know, Freddie Mercury would have had no problem in that situation. But for a professional actor who's playing a singer to come out and just really have to carry the show as a one-man deal, that was hard.
That's tough. That's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have it's the people that he has played this character with in that position weren't there.
Right.
I mean, of course,
But
he
you
had
still
Daniel
could have
Hart
had the
there to like.
guitarist playing up to him, and you know there are
Yes.
things that bands
could
do.
have-
Most of them do.
Because he'd already filmed concert scenes. So why wasn't
Mhm.
he, insert this band member instead of Larry, or instead of do those things? Because he was saying some of the words. So
My guess is they were shooting coverage, and where he was to shoot him, so they would have alternative takes of just him in the crowd, because obviously they're going to cut that band out of it, and they're going to be replaced by the actors that play in the band. So my guess is like they're not going up to him
they
because he's probably being shot.
to my knowledge, they didn't use this footage in the show.
But to your knowledge, you don't know.
I don't think they did. This was complete. I don't think any of this was
Well, the
used. This was-
costuming, I don't think ever appeared in the show.
No, but they used it in all the They used it in promotional stuff.
Yeah.
Right,
like
but that's what I think they
posters and
used it
stuff
for.
like
I
that.
think that's
Right.
maybe the
So there was
point.
some of that, but also the other people are actors and they need to be paid. And these are the
It's true.
musicians that probably recorded.
Though they probably
know?
in their contract have to do a certain amount of promotion as well
Yeah.
for the show.
Well, if
only
they
helps
appeared
them.
in New York City and played on stage, they were
They
paid
got paid.
scale,
Yeah.
which is peanuts compared to paying scale for an actor.
Yeah. Well, I
It was like
would bet-
500 a person in
I don't know.
78, right?
He just seemed kind of not. He needed to be a little looser.
I
a
think
little,
he's an introvert. I don't think he's an
He
extroverted
definitely
guy.
is. He definitely
Yep.
is.
Yep.
And
I
I
would
think
agree.
he seemed uncomfortable, but I there was less vocal mishaps than I perhaps thought he would have.
Yes. Mhm.
I thought his
he did
voice
amazing with his
was
voice.
really
yes.
good.
He carried it. Yeah,
I thought he was
really
better
carried it.
with the slower songs. Actually, I don't know why, but it was like on the faster songs he seemed less sure of himself.
Well, I will say that I don't really have any complaints. Considering like knowing
Well, I wouldn't say it's a
Yeah,
complaint. I think it's
no, but I would say
Obs- yeah.
a
knowing
nit,
what
a nit
critique.
I'm picking.
all of what the stakes were,
Mhm.
you know, who Sam Reed is, all of these things. I would say the only issue I had, and this isn't with Daniel Hart at all, because I thought it was cool as hell that Daniel Hart got to be up there and be in the rock band for all the music he wrote.
Well, because the Vampire Lestat, the rock star Vampire Lestat, is the two of them together.
Exactly.
Daniel absolutely, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
I
He
loved
is
that
the
he
music.
was, yep, I loved that he was there and that he got to be a part of that. I thought that was really important. The only thing I have to say is that our girl Tough Cookie is way better at her yelling the nights for sale than Daniel Hart is. Like,
Yeah, no,
I miss that. I miss her vocals in that song.
It was, yeah, it was not as enthusiastic.
Yeah. It didn't have the grit, you know, there wasn't
Yeah,
enough
she kind of
grit.
was more like, yeah, raw screaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
and,
that's
and,
it.
and I thought the thing that helped him was he sounded really good. There were a couple of moments where, not being a professional singer, I realized like he didn't have great breath control. Like he
Mhm.
got
Right.
like a little thin
Little
a couple
winded,
of times because he was winded. But I mean, like
Well-
the band was good, but they weren't super tight, and he sounded really good fronting them in a way that he might have been the weak link to a super tight band.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
No, perhaps.
think
Like I'm not saying they
were.
were like a garage band.
No,
but you
no,
could tell
but
these were guys who hadn't rehearsed. Like they probably just rehearsed a couple of times and went and
Right.
did this.
Oh, they might be the guys that were in the studio when they were recording, right? And then they left and they've done how many things have they done? Because they were doing
Right.
studio time for these songs when they
2
were
years.
filming season 2 of
Right.
interview
Yeah.
when they were in,
Right.
you know, right after Paris.
And
so.
here's the thing, there's a lot of musicians out there that get hired for studio work that might not be
Yeah.
live performers. So
Oh, for sure.
Also, yeah.
So I think there was some of that there. And as I kind of I'd spoke with Brian
I
about
like
it.
that.
It's like, yeah, I do too. Everybody is kind of like getting to live this dream, you know, for one night. Like I said to Brian, it is funny because we talk about how he's a little bit better with like the slower songs, and maybe Lestat was there. I think what it was is that Lestat was there, but we could still just see a little bit of Sam Reed, which isn't a bad thing. I think that's great. And that's sort of a cool thing about live performance.
Right.
Is that like the cuts and the takes and the reshoots aren't there. So you're seeing both souls at the same time trying to do one thing. So the edges were a little blurry, you know.
And I think he was
still
concentrating
really
on
good.
the singing. He wasn't concentrating
sure.
on being
On
Lestat.
dancing and exactly.
But he's
Right.
also,
And he
this
wasn't
is a-
being over the top and dramatic. And
I kind of wanted that.
I did
would have
too.
loved a little
I'll
bit
be
more
honest.
flamboyancy, but
Yes.
I think with the breath control, like you were saying, I think that's probably a situation where in this setting, because the fandom is kind of fervent a little bit. So like he knows he's about to go out in front of them and sing. And I think the breathiness or the loss of breath, I think was because of the tenseness. Because you could see his body, he was a little tense.
Oh, I think
So,
that,
right,
but
and that
some
just
of those
swings his
songs are
office.
demanding. Some of
Oh,
those
yeah.
songs, like you know, where it's melodramatic almost, that
Like Brutal
they
Love,
are demanding. Yes, like The Loneliness is a physically
a
demanding
lot of breath control on that one.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, I like the looseness of it. I like that it wasn't uber produced.
I do
But
too.
you know, I like that. It was almost like behind the scenes, but it was real, if that makes sense. Like, you know.
Okay, you know what? I think you guys are giving me a better appreciation. I think that with this, like, whatever, 6 weeks, 7 weeks that we haven't had any of this, I think I've just been craving it so much. So
Right.
it's like,
yes.
it's like I want that decadent, you know, delicious dessert, but this is good too. Meat and potatoes is also good, right?
It is. And you know,
Well, the
I
good
watched
news is
this
we got
like
plenty of time to rewatch.
it's true.
That's true.
I
want more.
I
I want
watched this
more.
immediately the day before I watched Billie Eilish's concert that she has on Paramount Plus. And I mean, that thing is like filmed, directed, I mean, everything down to every specific step she takes was planned out. right, and rehearsed exactly the way that it was.
Yeah, the kind
And
of
it was
work he
very,
couldn't have
very
done it.
polished and really cool. And her voice, of course, is always amazing. And I really love Billie Eilish. But when I set that concert next to this, Lestat, with all of the things that we talked about, still felt like more like the show I'd want to be at.
Okay.
You know, like
Okay.
it felt like
I mean,
a
I also
live
agree.
performance. Billie Eilish was amazing, but it didn't feel like a live performance.
Okay.
That's the difference.
I think there's this thing in music where big performances have become like spectacle and theater,
Sure.
and the focus is off the music. And with this, it was just a band and a guy singing. And you know, like it wasn't this, was this the Beacon? Is
Yes.
that the theater they're at?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a lot of famous rock bands have played there. I mean, you know, there's an Allman Brothers live album called Peakin' at the Beacon. You know, peaking as in LSD.
Right.
Yes.
But you know, like that's a stage a lot of hallowed performers have performed on, and these guys got to go live out their dream. And I'm going to give Sam Reed the benefit of the doubt. If you've never sung or performed or stood up in front of like 1,000 or more people,
In that
as
capacity,
I have,
yeah.
as I have, you know, when I spoke to a ballroom meeting with maybe 1,000 people in it,
I've done that.
I had no problem. Like I have no problem, but I'm used to doing that. A lot of people in that circumstance, I mean, one of the biggest fears is public performance, public speaking.
Well, and he's
Singing
a stage
even
actor.
worse.
He's a stage actor, but there's something really vulnerable about using
About
your
singing.
voice in song. It's so
Well, especially
it's
if
so,
singing isn't something he like if he didn't do musical
Yeah.
theater or
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
He
whole
didn't want
other animal
and
of
he
yeah.
really loves this work. He really loves the books. He really seems
He
to
cares
get
about
it.
it. Mhm.
And so you definitely don't want to piss off the fans either, right? Like this is please don't hate
That
me.
is a lot
I
on your
don't-
shoulders. Yeah.
Like he already knows, but like he's got to nail this rock star part because that's such a facet of Lestat as a person.
Yeah, there's a
and why
lot
people
there
love
that's
him.
like, please
I
believe
wonder
me.
if the next season will be a letdown for him creatively, just because this had to be such a challenge.
Because it peaked so
such
so
a
much.
challenge. I don't know. I feel like I was thinking about
Because the focus won't be as on him next season.
I mean, it is some. It's just not to this level.
well, we'll see
Right.
how they do it.
I mean, he
But-
was the whole show more or less revolved around his character this season.
Yes.
But not the
He
first two
probably
seasons.
is like,
No,
Whew.
no, it'll go back to like that.
To him,
right?
yeah.
I would say this, while everybody else was doing their stuff, he was doing his part in those seasons, and he was going
And
to
doing
learn
this.
how to
Going to the
sing
studio,
and
yep.
rehearsing and going to the studio. Like I would say for him next season, he's probably like, finally, I can just like do my thing and not have to carry so much on my shoulders. I would say
Mhm.
he's tired.
mhm.
Yeah. And honestly, the music part will be over. That's it. It's the music part is kind of done. There might be because there
Although
was-
I bet there's a callback to it. I bet maybe he sings a song or
Oh,
something.
we have to have one
Sure.
song
Like,
because there's,
like Katie
there's-
Seagal in Sons of Anarchy.
well, there has to be one song, right? Because there's like
and
one.
the montage in every episode, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
there
gosh.
you go. But he's got to have like we've got to get something from the concert from that night. There's
Yes,
going to
but
be a performance.
Yes, but once we see footage
Then
from the
it's probably
concert,
done. Yeah.
Lestat. I mean, they could write it differently. I don't know.
But he's like
Lestat-
in the books. He's like, okay, done with that now.
Well, yeah,
Like-
he's like a little ADHD vampire, but he loves music. That never changes. But he doesn't go back to the rock star stuff. It's more like he'll play piano or something like we saw him
Right.
before, something like that. But,
Play his beautiful piano singing.
who knows? They might totally rewrite him. Who knows? People really like this and they want more.
So question to the group. Apparently that's my job tonight. I'm like Ted Koppel. on
You got good
Nightline.
questions. Go for
My
it.
question for the panel. Was there a song you wish you'd have heard that you didn't?
Well, let's talk about the songs that they did have.
Yeah,
right?
let's
And-
talk about them. We can go through the list that there is. Do you have it, Christy? If not, I have it. But
Go ahead. They started the show with
Well, I'll tell you. I have to get
Wasn't
to
it Big
first.
Bad Wolf? Isn't that what they started with?
Long Face, wasn't it?
Long
Face.
Face. And then
Oh, they
Big Bad
did.
Wolf.
That's right.
That was the
That's
song
right.
everybody already knew.
Yep, they did Long Face, Big Bad Wolf, Your Biggest Fan, The Loneliness, Brutal Love, and Butterscotch Bitch.
And if you really look at those songs, it does make quite a flow of a story too, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
There's
it does.
there's some.
I think Butterscotch
like-
Bitch was a great exit song. I thought the energy was just right for like ending it on a high note, you know?
I really love that song.
That was my favorite of the concert. Was that
Mine too.
Black Licorice would have been good.
I love Black Licorice, The Loneliness, and Butterscotch.
Although I
Bitch.
don't know
Those are my
with
top
this
three. I
band
wish-
if Black Licorice would have been as good.
Well, and I think that they picked different tempoed songs because he didn't have the endurance to get through it. And
Yeah,
something
having
like
to do
Black
Black
Licorice might have
Licorice,
worn him out in the middle.
Plastic Fiends, like
Right.
doing a bunch of those. I mean, and those are like
I
high,
love
like those
Plastic
are high
Fiends,
energy,
too.
like punk rock songs, basically. So
Yeah. So I was really, and I knew that the set list was small, but I didn't think it would be over. It was like, what was the total runtime? Like 25
24
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
28
25
minutes, start to
I
finish.
wish
I
there
was
would have been
like-
2 more songs. I feel like if there would have been 2
Ah.
more songs, that would have been
Like there should have been an
satiating,
encore.
Right. He doesn't get an encore. Are you kidding me?
Hey, you get an
Or I
encore.
wish-
It's called season 4.
Fair.
Make more. I wish that they could have used some extra time to maybe cut in. They did a little bit of interviewing with people, but they could have done more of that, more of the beforehand leading up to the concert. They could have stretched it out a little bit.
I'll
is
tell you
what
what
I
I
think.
think would have been cool, and this would have to sell the narrative. It would have been cool to see him walk off stage and a bunch of his castmates be there, like, you did it,
Yeah.
celebrating him in the wings, like when he walked off, because that it was pretty impressive.
And then they all
Uh,
could have looked at the camera together and say, "See you next season."
Yeah.
Right?
Or see you on the next tour, whatever, some allusion.
Or they could have
to
all
more.
done their cheesy hiss, their angry vampire hiss. Oh wait, that's something they do in the shadows.
Now, if I was going for comedy, I would have one of the unwell, like the little dude who comes out to him and later, shoots him.
Oh yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
I would have those interviews like you see the people outside at concerts.
Yeah.
I would have all these people going, "That was great, man. It rocked." And I have one guy go, "I liked him before he was popular. He sold out."
He's so commercial now. But they did play that little clip at the end again where Daniel's starting his documentary, right? They
Yeah.
had that
Yep.
little part at the end.
Yeah.
Now, do you think was that filmed right at that point? Is that piece is that linear?
It
'Cause he had
seemed
that-
like it to me.
He had that outfit on, right? He gets off.
It
so
seemed like
that
it to
was-
me.
Oh,
done.
maybe he did it the same day.
Yes,
Yeah.
like they were set to film that backstage. He gets off the stage. He's all like, whatever. He has the outfit on. The drug dealer girl's there with him, and they walk off together. And yeah, he does that little thing. I wondered if that was that little scene.
It
Was
looked
that
like
it?
it to me.
Maybe it was.
And Daniel didn't even have to be there because it's just a camera. You never see Daniel. You only hear his voice. So
Yeah. Okay, I got one more question for everybody, because this is a thing that we apparently do now. What did we think about the wardrobe? He had a couple wardrobe changes.
well, full on leather
like two?
pants, which
Mhm.
that's you've gone full rock star when you wear just the black leather
Gotta
pants.
wear the leather
right?
pants. His little sparkly
Jim
tank with the
Mortage
veil,
going on.
with the
I
like
liked,
or cape.
Yep, I liked that.
Mhm.
I liked it. I didn't think I liked it was kind
The
of
big
feathery,
fluffy
but it was,
thing.
but it
The
wasn't
big
feathers.
pillowy shirt.
What? Yeah, the thing that's
The
right
one
here,
that's in the
this
picture
thing
of
right
Pine
here,
Christie.
that one there. I didn't think I liked it, but then because I'd seen it in pictures and stuff from you. But then watching the show, I was like, okay, it's weird, yes, but whatever. Is it any weirder than what other people could wear on stage? And he's gonna go over the top. So you know what? I applaud going over the top. Good job.
I think that he has outdone Julie Chen's wardrobe this season. So
Oh,
I'll give him that. And
By
his hair
far.
is always great. He's got beautiful hair.
it is just he's got great hair.
Yeah. Somehow he's just managed to be more and more handsome each season.
But what was striking to me is obviously when they filmed the show, they go through and they have, people that correct the color and do all that.
Mm-hmm.
When you just see this raw video footage like that, he's pale as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like he really is pale. Like I mean, I wonder if like
almost ginger. Yeah, he's like a strawberry blonde.
Some of us kind of are. Some of us are.
No, but like I wonder if part of his prep is like don't ever go tan.
Yeah,
like
don't get any sun.
He's actually 58. He just looks really good. Because he doesn't go in the sun. He is Australian.
Are you talking about the vampire Lestat?
Maybe. I don't know. You know what? Some people just don't. Some people learn early on that the sun is not their friend.
Yes. Yeah.
And we just stay away from it.
Some people never learn, and they scare you.
I just gave it up.
I just gave it up.
What is the point? I do not tan. What's the point?
They also he went into the studio and recorded some dubs for this because there were people that went back and compared the YouTube footage, and there were some mistakes, and there was a problem with his mic at one point.
Oh,
and that none of that appeared here, so they dubbed it in.
Polishing, come on now.
But they must
they've all done it. They've always done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've all done it. Like it's funny you mentioned that. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking to Brad Gillis of Night Ranger, which yes, I know. I still like Night Ranger. Get off my back. They're like the big brother of rock and roll. Okay. I like them.
1,000 episodes.
But like they were talking about him when he played with Ozzy. He after Randy Rhoads died, Brad Gillis stepped in and finished that tour. And had to learn everything in like 2 weeks. And it was him and Rudy Sarzo. And I forget who the drummer was. The bass player was Bob Daisley, maybe. Or maybe the music director was Bob Daisley, but the bass player was Rudy Sarzo. But they were talking about how Ozzy had to go in and redo his vocals for that live album, Speak of the Devil. But they asked Brad Gillis, they're like, what about overdubs? Everybody does them. And he's like, nope, the band, no overdubs, just Ozzy.
You better play.
And,
yeah.
Like vocals typically, Kiss famously, their live albums, they go in and redo a lot of times the vocals because of the sound quality.
Listen, I've heard a few live albums that it would have been a good idea. They would have done that. I'm even talking about bands that I like, so everybody has off days. So
and then Kiss did that thing where they just said, screw it, we're just going to release the live album of every single concert we do.
Yes.
To the ticket holders. Yeah.
There was that. They did like to make the money.
I have the CD of the one we went to.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Collecting.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Buffett released all of his concerts, but he did it on his station on Sirius. So whenever he was performing, you could listen to it live on the Jimmy Buffett channel.
Live. That was smart. That was
nice.
Fun.
So since we have,
we do listen to current music, even though we just.
I promise they do. I talked to him about it, but
But we talked.
All right. I have one last thing to kind of talk about is they did
the Boomer Radio
release the album in like the entirety to download. Have we heard anything about like actual physical media?
Oh, they've got to do it.
Oh,
I've not seen anything. I need to know. I want to buy it. I want to pre-order it. I want to take all my money.
You want all 101 albums?
I want all the vinyl.
The failures.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I will literally, like, if any of this comes out on vinyl, I'm like running to the store to buy it. And this girl does not run unless she's being chased,
fantastic. So. Can you imagine what the artwork on it?
I'm just,
and then the
I need this to happen, guys. Seriously,
yeah, it'd be great.
Okay, here's the news. Here's the news. AMC did release a limited 7-inch green vinyl single of Long Face with Your Biggest Fan as the B-side. And they are working on a release. They are actively working on a full vinyl soundtrack release between the show's team and Lakeshore Records. So they're working on a full vinyl
Okay.
release.
Please,
Of all
yes.
the songs that we've gotten so far, the failures.
Said
Yes.
full soundtrack. So
Nice.
I assume we'd get
Yeah.
at least most of that.
Now, I did
Nice.
see reading some stuff that they've got over 3 million downloads once it was made in full, like the album entirely
Yeah.
was available for download. They got like 3 million downloads and, said like, hey, for somebody who's not like an actual band or musician, that's pretty dang
Do
good.
people
So,
actually buy downloads anymore? Like, is that still a thing?
Some
Sure,
people do
I
on
mean-
Bandcamp.
yeah, sure, if you're not gonna, subscribe to something that's like monthly or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Yeah, so you can still like go on to Apple Music and buy an album.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I haven't done it in years, but
Well,
you can buy and download individual tracks.
We
so.
have.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't know if that was because once you go with Apple Music, it like deletes your library.
Yeah. It probably is not as prevalent as it was, 6 years ago. Now that there's a million different streaming type things, but
Yeah.
But support artists. Support
Support them.
artists. Buy their physical media. Buy a t-shirt
Yes.
at their show.
oh my God, if you go to a show, buy the merch that you can. I mean, sometimes it's expensive, but it'll always be your favorite. It'll always be your
Speaking
favorite
of
thing.
merch, they've had some really great merch for the show.
Yeah, I was just looking at that to see if there was an album, and I want to get the shot glass.
There's a tour poster, a vinyl pin.
Yeah. I
All
really love
kinds
the
of
Here
stuff.
Come the
There's so many
Gays
cool
t-shirt.
things. At one point, they had a coffin up there.
I mean, they're even selling the
The
shirts
one
at
with
Hot
the hands
Topic,
on it, and
guys.
everything, like it was a replica. They
Like
had what?
Lestat's made the pop culture list. He's at Hot Topic.
Well, that's a big
Oh,
deal
is
if
he?
you're at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Wait, what cool thing? I haven't been to a Hot Topic.
There's a
in
Christy
t-shirt.
is on her way to Hot Topic,
only
baby.
for that, but I haven't been there in many.
Yeah,
many,
there's a
many
t-shirt there. There's a
years.
Lestat t-shirt they carry.
I can
Is
grab
it-
you in, Christy. I walk by it every day.
Is it different? Is it different than what they have in
No,
the
it's
merch
probably
Yeah,
store?
the same.
it's not on the AMC, yeah.
It's
Oh, really?
it's something different.
I'll take pictures of what they have tomorrow
Okay.
and send them to you.
All right.
I
thank
want
very
you to
much.
go because I want you to walk up to the clerk with the Vampire Lestat at Hot Topic.
Okay.
And I want some
Okay.
like 20-year-old bitch who just
Yes.
absolutely hates your guts
Hates you.
to be like takes the shirt and dismisses you, and you go, "It's not for my daughter. It's for me, sweetheart. Wrap it up."
I'm not going to call her sweetheart, but
Christy
that's
can call
fine.
her sweetheart.
I love
I
it.
could. I
love
probably
it
wouldn't
so
get in
much.
trouble.
Be like, listen, I used to be a manager here.
No, you know what would
I
probably
used to
happen?
have your job.
You know what would probably happen? I'd go in there, I'd go take the shirt, and I'd go up there, and they'd go, "Oh my God, you like it? Have you
They
read
will.
the books?" And I would say yes, and then we would have a
Mhm.
30-minute discussion about.
No,
why
like
the
10
show's
minutes
awesome.
into it, they'd be like, "I just asked if you like
We've
it, lady.
we've
Can you
awoken the
leave?"
Kraken. Somebody
guys are
make
gonna-
this lady leave.
Do
Like,
not
all
give
I
me a
asked was you-
complex.
All I
Did somebody
asked
call
was,
mall
"Did you like
security
the
and have this
book?"
lady
And
taken out?
Well,
somehow
I
I'm
will
on
tell
book
you
4.
that every interaction with a Hot
Sorry.
Topic employee that I have had over the last few years, because I do have a child who likes to go and buy things there because there's a lot of like animated anime
Yep.
series that she likes and they carry
Yep.
their stuff.
They do have some cute little things.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Every
It's not
time
all-
that we
it's not
go
all
there,
poser.
they're always very, very friendly. And I had an order online shipped there a couple weeks ago, and it was great because the kid's like, "Oh yeah, your stuff's over there. It's in that bag. You can go ahead and grab it. Looks like you got a lot of really great deals." And I started laughing because I'm like, you don't know what's in there." But that's a great customer service
Cool,
attitude
cool.
to have, buddy.
I like the enthusiasm.
Yes. It's the feelings. It's it's the thought that counts. So, okay, guys, I don't know that I have anything else to add to this. I really don't want this to run like twice as long as what the actual concert
Yeah,
did.
literally.
Well, we're already longer.
Pretty longer than the actual show.
I loved it. I
Um,
loved it. I loved it. I'll rewatch it. I've been rewatching the show. We started with the Vampire Lestat episode 1 this Tuesday with my rewatch people. So
Nice.
we have hit it.
Nice.
We've gotten all of them.
You know, I think that can be all of our homeworks, even our listeners and watchers. This should be all of our homework for the next whatever time we have until the next season comes out, is that we all need to get at least 2 people to watch it, spread the
Yes.
word, keep people to go back.
That's how we're going to get another season. If
It's
you
worthy. So
if you want to go
many
past Queen of the
rewatches
Damned,
even.
we need more viewers to make it convincing, right?
You tell two people, they tell two people,
Right.
they
And
tell
so
two
on.
people.
And so
That's how the
on.
great
And-
convergence happens.
And if you're looking for a show in the meantime, I highly recommend Furious.
Very good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
Just
hopefully
put
we'll
that
have
out there.
another. Hopefully we'll
Throwing
have
it out
another
there.
show coming up. Like maybe there's something that we can do over the winter that we might be covering here on our scripted drama stuff.
I
We
mean, I
so
do hear
much,
that.
so
do hear
many
that
competition
Flanagan's got
shows
something
going
coming
on.
out.
But yeah,
Well,
got to be
we've got some
something
things
else.
coming up. We've got Traders coming up.
We sure do.
That's next month already.
Traders, Survivor,
September.
Australian Survivor, finishing up Big Brother. We're only halfway through.
We're at the official halfway mark.
Mhm.
Oh, we're getting tired.
Yeah, this
Well,
is where
Devin's
this is
getting
where it's a
tired.
lot of heavy lifting, guys.
This is where
Relax.
the people are losing their minds, you know?
Well, I want to thank everybody for being here. This is where we're going to hit the road. If you've enjoyed the coverage, please hit like and subscribe. You listen to us here on Crazy Hanks or Tally the Votes YouTube channel, but you can find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at the Jay and Jack's Whole Enchilada feed, where you're going to find all of your favorite stuff from Tally the Votes, T.T.V, Survivor with JJC, the Ramblecast, the Broadcast, and there's probably even more. So check us out. Go ahead and interact with us on the socials if you want to. We're on all of them. My friends, thank you very much for staying up late. I know everybody's got to work in the morning, but I loved that we got one more chance to talk about the vampire that we love to love. And I would like to take a moment, if I can, to just send out condolences to the whole wide world, really, because this week we lost two absolute legends of stage and screen whose performances, activism, sheer audacity made the world a better place to live. Dolly Parton and Tim Curry, two icons and two people whose lipstick always looked better than everybody else's. You changed the world in a beautiful, creative way. You're going to be missed, but your voices will never grow old to our ears. Thank you all. You have been a great audience, and good night.